Hey, hi, what's up? What is going on? My name is Robyn. Welcome to another live vibe stream podcast with Robyn and Natalie. That sounded very Valley Girl-y. So, I'll wait for Natalie to join. I think I have to, I don't know how to do this. Invite. Back up. Okay. Natalie is invited, so she should be joining us momentarily. I would like to do some readings tonight if anybody shows up and would like that. Otherwise, me and Natty can just, Natty? I said it right the second time. Me and Natalie can just, talk shit like we always do on tarot, spirituality, psychology, astrology, and whatever other concepts get brought up. So not a whole lot has been going on lately. I know I've been feeling kind of drained. I've been feeling really drained actually, which is not uncommon for the last several months, but more so specifically lately been like tired and just like blah. I don't know if anybody else has been feeling that way. Okay, well, I invited Natalie, so she should be joining us soon. I don't know, I guess I can pull some cards and see what's going on. Till she jumps in here. Oh, there she is, I see her. Adding, here she comes. We do have the strength card. So I don't know if anybody has been feeling strong or maybe they need to raise more of their strength. Hey!
Oh shit, okay, these cats are going fucking berserk right now. Like, they literally waited till right this second to just like go ham. Like, they're like fucking going insane right now. I don't even know what to do, right? Like, why?
Uh-oh, your phone's freezing up. You need to get a newer model iPhone.
The Snoopy
bitch.
Nutcracker. And they broke it.
Oh geez, yeah, kittens are crazy.
I know, they're fucking insane, bro. They're wild fucking animals. Animals.
Yeah, until you gotta domesticate them.
They're ridiculous.
I mean, they really are wild animals.
I mean, I relate, but still.
Yeah. Dude, so I lost my my nose ring. I freaking lost it. I have no idea when. Yes, and I feel like my face looks completely different and ridiculous without it.
I literally can't fathom my life without my nose ring at this point. Like, the septum is like part of the deal now.
Yeah, it's like it makes your whole face.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even.
It's like the center of your face, bro. Like, that's what
right.
it was.
And I have no idea where it went or when I lost it.
So, I did want to apologize again on live.
Oh, for holding my life on my birthday?
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I'm feeling such a fucking dick, bro. But I'm like, damn, like, I don't know. I've never loved sleep so much in my life. Dude, I'm like, all right, it's 9 o'clock. all right, guys, let's go, night. Let's go. And then I'm like literally half an hour later.
Yeah, well, I mean, I couldn't imagine like having young kids and getting up in the morning and having like I couldn't imagine that.
You know, but every once in a while I like to like keep the balance, because like, you know, it's important for me to, because like really at night is the only time that I have any real free time to, you know, do whatever I want to do besides when they're at school. But usually I'm busy doing something during the day. But like, it's important to keep that balance. So, you know, like I gotta find a happy medium.
Yeah.
It's just hard to, but I definitely felt like such a dick. I'm like, dude, really? On all the days, bro? Like, you had, like, her birthday? Fuck!
I know. And I know that was like the only thing.
And then I got messages from Crystal the next morning. I'm like, oh, fuck! Oh, fuck!
I know, it was crazy because like so many people.
She's like, yo, you're alive and you're sleeping. Wake the fuck up.
I know, I was like, she probably just fell asleep.
Yeah, I mean, literally, that's like literally the reason every single time.
Yeah. I've done it a couple
times anything
too,
else
though.
other than I just fucking knock out. Like,
yeah, I've done it a few times too.
Yeah.
Not on your birthday or anything, but.
Ah, fuck! Damn it, Robyn, I know, fuck! And then you know what pops up on my timeline earlier? The meme that you put, like, oh, the friend that cancel. Well, like, you don't have to cancel because they're not going anyway.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck. Fucking dead, bro. It had me dying. I'm like, damn, that is hilarious. But I'm here now. I'm making up for lost time, Robyn.
Right.
I'm back in the grind.
Yeah, it was weird too, because I don't know, it was like there was like my cousin that I never talked to ever was on live. I was
Dude,
like, how
I
is
know,
people
right?
here right now?
Ain't that something? Like the one night that like people show up.
I know, it was so weird. Yeah, I was like, well,
I mean, it was your birthday too. I was just the asshole that didn't fucking show up to the party. I was the loser that night. I'm like, fuck, I got the invite, but damn it, didn't make it. Did not make it.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. So I wanted to maybe start.
Is your boyfriend there?
No, he's not. He is not here, but.
Sorry, I didn't know if you wanted me to say that on live or not. I should have asked.
Oh, the what?
I said, I'm sorry, I just put your info on blast.
Oh, no. Yeah. No, whatever. I mean, I think it would be a bigger issue, like, if I was worried about that, you know?
Yeah.
Like shoot.
Right.
Don't say it, Robyn.
What the dream you had? You're talking about the dream you had, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're like the perfect friend to like fucking like find yourself in an awkward situation and be like have someone to back you up to like get you out of the awkward situation.
Yes.
You're like that chick that will help the cause.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm definitely that chick too. I'm like, I am the perfect person to do anything like that.
Well, I think it's cool too because we always we play off each other's energy, you know what I'm saying? And we like
I
know
know.
without even saying full sentences what we're talking about.
And it's just so like, it's so chill. Like, I feel like it's so natural. Like, honestly, like, like, that's why I really do, like, I'm serious when I want, like, when I say I want this to be like a consistent thing. Like, I want this to be a consistent thing. I just am so like, I don't know if it's like a subconscious thing. Like, I think it's gotta be like, right, everything like at the core is, but I feel like it's like I make a point sometimes, like when I have things like that in my life, like I guess maybe it's like partial self-sabotaging tendencies, and then I always like regret it afterwards. And I'm like, dude, like, man, you know, like I got myself again, like, fuck, like,
yeah.
It's like, fuck, how, like, you know. But I guess having the awareness alone is like, you know, okay for now, at least. Like, once the awareness is there, that's when things can actually change and stuff. And like, but I
it's so funny
want to
because
make
I was just I was just talking to my my best friend Mandy on one of her posts, and I was just, I don't know, I was talking about you because I was just talking about all my like subconscious stuff that I'm aware of and everything. It was like a whole hour-long conversation in her freaking post in comments. And then I was like, I don't know, talking about how I like to be alone and I don't like personal relationships and stuff. And I was like, I have met you know, this one chick, Natalie, I do lives with, and blah blah blah. I was like, well, we're flaky as fuck, so we'll see how this goes.
I know. It's like, yeah, you know, it's like if we don't put too much pressure or weight on the situation, I think it'll be perfect. Because it's like, you know, because I know I'm always down to talk shit with you. Like, you know, like whether it's live or not, like it doesn't really matter. It's just like your energy that I vibe with. Like, I'm like, dude, like you just remind me of someone that, I don't know, like I just feel like we've met each other in many lives.
Yeah, I said that too. I told her, I was like, she's definitely a soulmate. I was like, she's definitely soul family, you know, because I felt that way. Like even seeing you in Tawny's course, you know what I'm saying? I was immediately drawn to you.
I honestly think like all of those girls that, you know, that we during that time, that was like my major, like that was when my major awakening was going down. Like that was when like things just blew up in my life, that I'm like, oh wow, whoa, holy shit, like this is magical, like this is fucking insane. Like everything that happened as a result of taking that class, like it was just so synchronistic and so beautiful. Like I was actually reading like these this journal that I wrote during that course, and like you would literally, I could publish it, dude. Like honestly, it's just like the things that and they're real fucking life situations where that I feel like a lot of people would be able to relate to. I just think that it's things that maybe some people don't feel comfortable sharing because they're scared that people are going to think they're crazy, or, you know, think that there's, you know, like, what the fuck is wrong? Because I felt that way. Like, during that whole time, I was like, I'm either really fucking genius or I'm really fucking insane. Like, there is no in between. Like, there's no in between. I'm fucking insane or I'm fucking genius. Like, I don't know which one. I mean, I'm hoping it's genius, obviously.
Right.
But I mean, if it was insane, like, would I really even care? Like, so it doesn't matter.
I know. It's I always like, I just from like having to come out of my addiction, like basically by myself on my own, you know what I'm saying, with nobody. Like I kind of got over the fact of like sharing certain things, but the one thing that I did have issues with was sharing like my like defects or things that are, you know what I'm saying, not that I'm not
your
like,
shadow traits or like things that you're not proud of about
my ego
yourself.
It's like my ego wants me to think that I'm always fucking right and I never do anything wrong and I always have good intentions, and you know what I'm saying, and that's not the case.
Yeah, see, like it's definitely, it's been like a definite adjustment for me too, because I feel like this happens to a lot of people, honestly, like when they first get introduced to spirituality and that whole like other, like that rabbit hole that you get sucked into when you start learning about tarot and you start doing this and you start reading about astrology and learning all these things. It's like you think your ego wants to disguise like what you're learning at, like there is no uh need to express your shadow traits or like to integrate those things, but it's like that's like the key, like that's the real key to real spiritual
Mm-hmm.
transformation. Like I think that when people finally accept that, like those both aspects of themselves, because everybody has those shadow
Yeah.
traits. It's inevitable. It's duality. It's what this
Yeah.
life is about. Like it's all duality, like where nobody's fucking perfect. And once people start really like accepting that about, that's when like real change happens. That's when like, like that's when the magic starts happening, because it's like that's what happened with me. Like I realized I had so many narcissistic tendencies, like as
Yeah.
a result of my last relationship, and I was like, fuck, like I was like, I did not want to look at those things about myself. I was
Yes.
like, just like, nope, I'm not looking at those things. I like, and I guess a lot of it is fear of like, am I a narcissist? Like, does that mean like,
Yeah.
does that
And
make
I
me,
yep.
but I know I'm not, because I'm super
Mm-hmm.
empathic as well. Like, it's just,
It's because you're an empath, and literally like people that are like very intuitive and very aligned, like can read energy and sense energy,
yeah.
they literally either turn into a narcissist or an empath. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's
Because
the unhealed empath is a narcissist. The
yeah,
unhealed empath,
absolutely. A
that's
dark empath.
really and that's like, I mean, that has been the, it just makes so much sense. Like it makes so much sense as to why you attract those types of people into your, like those, it's like the yin and yang, like the dark and the light, like kind of like gravitate towards one another. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, mostly for like evolution and growth and like learning, lessons and shit. But yeah, like it's like part of the deal.
Yeah,
Part of
absolutely.
the deal.
And
Mhm.
it's like I think it depends on, like I know, like for me, like I started out very like as a child, like I was very like sensitive and like always loving, and then being hurt for multiple various reasons.
Yes.
um
Yeah.
I kind of like um used it to my benefit more so than to benefit
You
other
started
people, to protect myself,
manipulation. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what happened to me as well. Like I learned to use like the like understanding people's, how people are, and
Mm-hmm.
understanding how to read people like in certain situations. I was able to manipulate the situation to my advantage without having any intention to actually do
Right.
that.
Yeah.
But it's just natural. Like that's the human
Mm-hmm.
condition. Like we do things to benefit from them. Like what, that's just, I mean, it's like a natural, like, cause and effect. Like we're not going to do stuff that isn't going to benefit us. Like what the fuck is the
Right.
point of that?
Right. Yeah.
Well, I
Even
do
when
that
you're
too,
even
but
like helping people with good intentions, you still benefit from that.
you're
You know
still
what I'm
benefit.
saying?
Yeah. It still feeds you. It still feeds your soul. Like it makes you feel good about yourself
Mm-hmm.
for helping somebody else in the process. So you're always gaining from that, I feel.
Yeah.
So what were you talking about, Elon Musk? Because like I'm
Oh.
probably very not versed in all that shit. That's with,
Oh. Okay.
so if you
So.
want to share that with me, I don't
Okay.
know.
So Twitter is like one of the biggest platforms, especially for anything like political or like to find anything that's going on in the world. Twitter is the place to go.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those, is the biggest like platform basically for any kind of like news and information, but it was controlled by like you know far left
Yeah.
and like mainstream. And Elon freaking bought Twitter for $44 billion. $44 billion. Everybody's like, he could have used that money to end world hunger. Money's not the problem with world hunger. There's
No,
way more issues why people are starving.
Yeah.
Even if you gave everybody $1 million, they would just all kill themselves with drugs. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot.
Literally,
There's a lot
like
deeper issues.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
That's so
and
true.
literally people that I followed on Twitter, I never seen any of their tweets because I follow like, I hate like putting my people, like I lost so many like friends because of my like political beliefs in 2020. Yeah,
I know
so
that's
I hate like
crazy.
saying
I think
anything
that
about it
happens.
anymore, but yeah, because I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican. I believe, I agree what I agree with, and I believe what I believe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever I feel at the time is right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just happens to be, I like conservative values. I don't like all the insanity and the delusions that are going on right now on the left side of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like literally like delusional.
Yeah.
Like they're like with all the, I don't even want to say nothing because I don't want to you know what I'm saying? But it's just a lot of things that are not good for society.
Yeah.
It's like specific little tiny 0.1% of minority of people, you know, it's just it's a mess. But
Yeah.
so
They're putting too much weight on areas that are not really going to make any
yes,
sort of
and then making
significant change.
like making me like, if you look like a guy, I'm gonna call you sir. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's not to offend you. If you
Yeah.
want to be addressed as ma'am or a woman, then look like a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't say that to be offensive. Like if that's your prerogative, however you want to be, that's your freaking choice. But don't come at me like I'm wrong or trying to
or like you're
speaking
trying
hate speech.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because you look like a man to me and I call you sir. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not.
Yeah. I
It's
understand
ridiculous.
that. I know. It's so hard to like find that like middle ground sometimes with those types of debates because it's just all one side or the other.
Yeah.
So it's hard to find that like middle ground that can like appease everyone.
Yeah. And it's like just allow people to be who they are, but don't make everybody try to adjust to your shit. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
don't hate on other people for having their own beliefs. Like
right,
everyone is
exactly.
allowed to have their
However,
own beliefs.
like just with like especially with like the like abortion laws and all this stuff, I think that there's extenuating circumstances to every situation, and that should be a woman's choice. But I also don't believe that we should be using it like fucking birth control. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Like, yeah. There's like a see, like there's so much gray area that people don't even like consider, or like when it comes to those kinds of arguments, that it's just like like come on, like
because the way that things are going, like it's literally being used as a form of birth control. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy.
And I can see how that's true. That is actually, I mean, I understand both aspects, you know, like I think there's like a middle ground to be found in all of those types of arguments, but I can also understand how people tend to lean toward one side due to their personal experiences, due to their certain, you know, things that they've been through or have experienced, or things that they've lost, you know, that maybe they didn't want to lose, or whatever the case is that motivates them for their belief. I do understand that as well, but it's like, those types of arguments that there is always going to be the other side, like those are better left just, you know, people can talk about them, but don't get so angry. Don't get so worked up about other people's ideas about those things.
Yeah,
you know,
just like with the COVVAX. You know what I'm saying? Like people were like, I got yelled at by my friend, my boss, literally yelled at me because I wasn't vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like, you need to be vaccinated. I'm like, why do you care? I was like, it's not going to affect you one way or the other, or anybody else. And she's like, that's not true. It stops transmitting. I'm like, stop watching the news.
Yeah,
Because that's literally
yeah,
a fact
yeah.
now.
Come on,
Like
yeah.
everything that people were called crazy for is a fact now. You know
That
what I'm
shit is
saying?
just so, that whole, God, that is just
Yeah.
so
It's
ridiculous.
like, and
That
that's,
whole
I don't think it's wrong or right. It's whatever. If
hmm
you feel that is the right choice for you, then do that by all means. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or don't do it, whatever you think. But it's just like the things that are being for. It's like, and I was talking to that same chick about like, what's the difference between right and wrong is subjective. And yes, of
yeah,
course, we can think that certain things are totally wrong, like, murder or whatever else, but that person at that time thought that that was the right thing to do for whatever
yeah.
freaking
For
reason.
whatever
Even
reason,
Hitler thought he was right. You know what I'm saying? A
they
lot of
felt like
people think that
just,
they're right.
mhm, yes,
That's like there's always an underlying issue. So not that
yes.
I
And if you were to be put in that same exact extenuating that circumstance, like, you don't know what you would be pushed to do. You might end up making even worse choices. You might make
right.
up, like, who the fuck knows. There's nobody can, unless they are experiencing the exact experience in the way that that person is experiencing it. There, nobody can talk shit about what other
Yeah.
people
It's
do,
like it's like
yeah,
right and wrong is subjective, and
it
as
is
much
very
as
subjective.
a lot
Yes.
of things that I thought were right at times that I did them, I think are totally wrong now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, me
Certain things.
too. Yeah.
So,
it,
and vice
it
versa. I did a lot of things that I thought, oh, this would be wrong that I now agree with or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
it's
yeah.
subjective based
You
on
kind of,
personal
it's the ebb and
experience and
flow.
perspective.
Yeah. I 100, that I see, like, that's one thing that I feel like people can agree on, is that it is subjective. Like that, like, that's one thing. There is no, like, right or wrong, like, there's no fucking, you can't be one way or the other, because there's just so many fucking ways
Yep.
to get to the same
Yeah.
exact place. But there's so many ways to get there.
That's
It's
why.
infinite
Yep.
ways.
Like
So
that's why
yeah,
our First Amendment freedom of speech, that's why that's so
yeah.
critical. You know what I'm saying? Because
hmm
if we can't talk and feel free, like I don't agree with a lot of things that are said, but I still agree with the right for that person to say them regardless.
And exactly. And people shouldn't be shamed or, like, put down or belittled because
Or
of
censored,
their
like the
personal
media
beliefs.
literally.
Yeah.
That good. This goes back to Elon buying Twitter because he unbanned so many people that shouldn't, that were banned just for
Yeah.
saying, and certain things that they shouldn't have been, just taking away their freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? So he unbanned a
hmm
bunch of people. He unbanned, um, TRUMP, which was crazy. There was people doing live streams on that and everything.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
over.
Yeah. I
They're like,
gotta get
so
more
proud I'm
involved.
banned.
I mean, I'm sure it's something that, it's probably one of those rabbit holes that I would get, like, sucked into, though, like, for sure, with the whole
Yeah.
Twitter. I haven't even, like, I don't know how to even work Twitter, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And I don't
It's
even
really,
try to.
I don't know, I love it. I like it because I'm really into like social justice and political,
And those political, yeah, those, yeah,
yeah, you
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Mhm.
So,
It, like, drives you or motivates you,
yeah,
right?
more
Like,
on the like the world, it's more like a world platform of like big, like
yes.
society as a
Make,
whole, rather than like
yeah.
how Facebook is very,
And you can
you know what I'm
kind of
saying,
see a lot of,
personal.
yep, you can kind of start witnessing patterns, or, like, understanding, like, like, the whole, how all of that plays a huge
Hmm.
significant role in everything that goes on,
Yeah. And when people
like,
censor information and take away certain things, like, and that's what I was saying, like, I didn't even see half of the people that I followed on Twitter because they were being censored. I was only
yeah,
seeing what the
yeah,
mainstream media wanted me to see. When
which is
Elon bought
yeah.
it, I literally started seeing all these people that I even forgot that I followed. I'm like, oh my God,
Mhm.
how come I've not seen none of their tweets in a fucking year? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's fucking
So
bullshit.
yeah, and Elon, you know what I'm saying? He's not right or left. He doesn't claim, you know what I'm saying? He just
Yeah,
believes in freedom of speech, and he literally the same things that we're talking about is what he advocates for. Yet people think
yeah,
that he's
yeah.
crazy and
And
he's a
that I can
narcissist
get
and
down
he's
with.
all these things.
For sure. If there was any side to that, like, is to, for that, I would fall under, it would just be that, like, of like, just because I just feel like it's just, there's so, and what you can feel so strongly about a cause one day and completely have your entire perspective on that same exact situation just completely change. Like, it just really depends on the lens that you're looking at the situation through.
Yep.
And it really, it's very subjective. Like, there is no black or white. Like, and that, if people can just agree on that, I mean, then there would be a lot less like fucking ridiculousness and issues and like,
No,
you
yeah,
know.
people want to fight over like,
And I think a healthy debate
personal
is good, but when it starts becoming like personal attacks on people, like, for that, it's just ridiculous.
I
like,
mean, obviously we need law and order, and certain things are not, obviously you don't want to like incite violence or try to like promote or advocate for like things that are going to hurt, you know what I'm saying, like specifically hurt other people. But for somebody's personal beliefs or personal ideas, or somebody sharing their experience or whatever the case, you know what I'm saying, it's, those things should never be censored.
I agree. Yeah, 100%. I agree. But
and we're not gonna get anywhere if other people can't like see them things to understand other people's perspectives, you know what I'm saying, because people, like, it's like confirmation bias. We only see what we're aligned with, especially with the fucking algorithms, you know what I'm saying, like we only see what it's just, it's like you're never, unless you specifically look outside of your own
little bubble,
get out of your comfort zone, basically. Get out of your own bubble and look for other things, and look at things that you don't agree with. Like, you're never, like, we don't learn or grow that way, you know what I'm saying?
That's that's actually such a good point that you make that, because when you're aligned with certain beliefs, certain ideals or ideologies, you tend to, you know, gravitate towards those types of content, like those, you know, you don't seek other perspectives than your own. Like, you want to confirm the belief that you have created within your mind. You want to confirm that in whatever way that you possibly can. And if there's somebody else that says that seems to agree with your fucking perception of something, you're gonna click on that because you want to confirm the fucking belief, instead of trying to, you know,
it's literally it's called confirmation bias. It's something that our brain automatically does, you know what I'm saying? It's a psychological process in our brain that we literally it's like subconscious, you know what I mean?
That's fucking
and the
crazy.
algorithms pick up on that shit, so
I know, I'm gonna do a fucking insanity, bro. Insanity. Because it's so true. Like, I mean, things that, like, I don't know. I don't know what the fucking whole conspiracy is with that, but like, something's up, because they, like, every device that I am around seems to pick up on
it does. It's an algorithm.
my thoughts alone. Like,
it's AI. It's artificial intelligence. It's an algorithm. It literally goes off whatever you look at or click on or read, or if you spend a certain time on certain things, you're gonna see more of that content. That's how they keep you on the platform.
Keep you coming back for more.
And that's like Twitter. Elon Musk is changing that about Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like, I see all kinds of different stuff. Like, I see a bunch of things that, like, on both sides of either side of the spectrum, and all in the middle, because it's not you know what I'm saying, he changed up the algorithms where it's not confirmation, it's not based on it's not censored, basically.
That's kind of cool. I appreciate that. You know, that offers people an opportunity to seek other perspectives, or with, maybe not seek it, but just receive it.
To see it and think about it. You know what I mean? At least
it keeps people, you know, aware and open to other sources of. That's actually cool.
Like, they should be open. We should be fully capable of having conversations around things. You know what I'm saying? And just talking about things, whether we agree with them or not, or, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, we're not, it's like society's so fucking divided since all this shit started happening with the fucking pandemic.
I know. Insane. I know. I know. I mean, but definitely, I just feel like it's like a trickling effect, like all the, like it was that shakeup that needed to happen to make
Yeah,
all of this, to create
yeah,
this awareness
yeah.
So that people
It
can see,
definitely
like, oh, wow, everyone is so fucking naive and narrow-minded in their ways of thinking that it's like,
yeah.
this
That's
needs
literally
this.
how I got into all of this, because
Yeah,
when I was in college for social work, like we had to look up like uh government policies and all kinds of things, and I fucking hated it. Now
yeah,
I would love it, but I hated it in college. And when Trump became president, and I seen like how much like the hate that he was getting, and I'm like, and then people were like literally making death threats. I'm like, when did this become legal? Like, when were we
yeah,
allowed to
yeah,
threaten the president of the United States, regardless if we like him or not? When did
yeah.
that become legal? Now that's okay to say? Like, people used to go to prison for that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what
Yeah.
made me look elsewhere and other sources of information to find out things. And I'm like, huh, our government's really fucked up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, seriously, it really is. So wait, so what else is Elon Musk doing? Because like I feel like he's a major
I
like
mean,
and like change and stuff, I guess.
yeah, well, he is the one that has like SpaceX. He's the one that has Starlink, you know, the satellites, and the
Yeah, 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 yeah.
he did that. I mean, he does a lot of shit, like a lot. He's a technical genius, basically. He just a lot of things around um technology mainly,
Yeah.
but more so the stuff that has to do with like outside of our atmosphere and space. And um like he even gave warnings about like AI, like if like oh, I don't even want to talk about that. It's scary to think about, but I mean I do want to talk about it, but it's a lot to get into.
Oh
Like
wait,
he
wait, hold on.
made
You just
warnings.
like
His
you just tickled my face.
well, his videos kept getting censored, kept getting taken down, and anybody that
Yeah,
posted it got censored about AI. Like, basically, like, we think it's this great thing, and it is to an extent, but we don't know where to draw the line, so we're keep creating this, and literally you don't think that that's gonna be smarter than we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, plus it's technology. Once it's like in everything, like, we can't stop it, basically. You know what I'm saying? So we
we
need to
can't
be
those type
a
of
little
mistakes.
more
Yeah,
fucking careful. But yeah, it's scary to think about. Um, it's like basically what CHINA does. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
like, do we want to live that way? Do we? I don't
yeah,
think we do.
yeah. No, and I mean it kind of just makes sense as to how that would evolve in that
Yeah,
direction. So, like
yeah,
it's definitely a legitimate like fear, I feel, like
hmm yeah. And
yeah.
he does a lot with Mars, like a lot of Mars uh like research and stuff on
Yeah.
Mars.
Interesting.
Yeah, he doesn't believe in aliens though, per se, because there's no like proof of them, basically. He's, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, I mean, I don't agree with him on that, but I still love the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
like, I don't
You
have to
think he
agree with everything that
yeah.
he
And
said. If
that's what
there's aliens, we would have more proof. I'm like, well, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not proof, because
I mean,
I've seen proof, buddy.
I think there's more than enough proof now. Like, I think that if people want to logic their way out of the proof that is being
Right.
shared at this
Yeah.
point, and because that's just the human condition, we want to make
Mhm.
sense of everything. We want to understand why everything is the way it is, and like we try to break things apart and try to dissect it. But like, there have been things that have occurred that are just literally like unexplainable, like
Yeah.
that I know, that I've seen, witnessed myself
Yeah.
firsthand,
Exactly.
that I know I'm not the only one that has witnessed it, because I've
Yeah.
pointed these things out to people like that have been with me, and they see the same thing. It's just like, even when I point it out, they're like, yeah, I see that, but there's got to be a
Yeah.
reason for it, like
Yeah.
it's not just that, it's not,
Right.
I'm not seeing those faces there
Um.
because now. Like it's just like, dude, come on, bro. Like, you see it. Fuck.
Yeah, and I saw this movie on YouTube the other day. It was you know who David Wilcox is?
Yes.
David Wilcox. He's like to me, he's like a little out there, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of things I still you know, pay attention to him for, but he is a little out there in my opinion. But
yeah,
he has this community of people that were literally talking about their experience and how they started waking up. And literally, remember how I told you about my experience where I was just literally just sitting down to watch TV, and then all of a sudden I basically felt like I was being watched, and then I went into paralysis, and there was blue light being standing in front of me. You know what I'm saying? And there's literally dozens of people that he has that literally explain the same exact thing. They were like, I wasn't doing anything, I was just going to get my laundry, and the next thing I knew there was these blue light beings. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And if that happened to so many other people,
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? How can you
deny it? Yeah, for me it was enough just to hear that other people were having the same experiences as I was across, like that I like, without me even sharing my experiences, me reading other people's experiences and being able to relate to that and be like, wow, like there is I'm not the only one. I'm not crazy. Because if I'm crazy, you know, like, we're all fucking crazy. Like, it's there's just enough. I think there's enough proof now to confirm that there's extraterrestrials in our midst.
And it's like, it's a different, it's different. Like, science proves that there's other dimensions, you know what I'm saying? So
yes, I mean, like that, exactly.
Like, we can't see those other dimensions, you know what I'm saying? It just all looks the same to us, but
it's the fear that
things
prevents people from
in those dimensions that we can't see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have witnessed it, like, firsthand. Like, I feel like I can see energy in, like, physical form. However it manifests, because I feel like it manifests for everyone differently, how they perceive it. Because I feel like that would just be due to, like, your subconscious programming, your own belief systems, and what you think, you know, like, how you see the world. Like, it will vary from person to person, but overall, it's energy that you can, when you are open and allow yourself and to dive into that and be open to that and not be so narrow-minded or ignorant when it comes to that. Like, you can literally see the physical manifestation of energy. Like, I mean, it's that's, like, right there. It's just like, I don't know, I just think it's fucking crazy how people will, like I have pointed out, like those videos. I don't know if I sent you those videos of the lights in the back, but you've told me that you've had the same videos where, like, the lights look like orbs that, like, look like pulsating fucking orbs,
they look
like, you know,
like
moving in
morphing,
organisms,
like
like where when people see that, I'm pointing it to them and they see that, they're like, yeah, that looks like a fucking organism. What the fuck is that? But then they're like, yeah, no, it's got to be the lamppost, bro. It's the lamppost in the fucking in the woods that wasn't there yesterday, but it's there today. It's the
reflection
lamppost.
Off the light from your nose ring. It's the nose ring, like, reflecting off the screen.
Yeah, like, oh, it's reflecting off the fucking water. Like, what the fuck? Like, that sounds crazy to me. Like, that sounds crazy to me. Like, what the fuck? Like, sometimes I'm like, dude, people think I'm crazy. but I don't know, man. But yeah, I definitely think that it's all.
There's been these lights in Cincinnati that people have seen the last couple months. I haven't seen them, but they're lights, like, they look like a train of lights basically, and it's been in Cincinnati. And I just find that very odd because, like, how I've been feeling the last several weeks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, because I feel off, you know what I'm saying? I felt like very, like, sometimes I feel extremely drained or tired for no reason, or I'll just get big burst of energy for no reason. Like I'm very like it's very unbalanced right now. So I
Very
just
hot and
felt off
cold.
lately. Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
so I just find that interesting that there's been some unidentified things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In this area when I'm feeling off. To me, that's not a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely not a coincidence. Definitely not a coincidence. I think that, yeah, you basically, I'm pretty sure you're already, yeah, like I can almost guarantee that there's some sort of, I don't know,
yeah,
like the other day, I don't know how to explain it really without sounding like really insane, but whatever. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna attempt. So so the other day I'm like out in the backyard, as I tend to do, like the past like year or so. I spent many a nights outside just staring at these fucking lights in the back, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on with these things? Like, this is like not normal. So like I've been like observing, like, you know, I feel like a scientist in my own rights. Like, I'm like,
yeah,
you know, I have these observations. I'm keeping data.
yeah,
Like, you know, and
dude,
I'm fucking like the other day I went back there and like, do you know how like those lightning bugs, how they look like when they light up, you know, at night,
yeah,
during the summertime? Well, like it looked similar to that. It was like it looked like if somebody, if they were there with me, would be like, oh, it's a lightning bug. Like that's
yeah,
what they would chalk it up to. But I noticed that when I was staring at this fucking light that was just like popping up out of nowhere, it was following a perfect square. Like it just kept going on this like it just kept going around and around like in this perfect fucking like, and I was like, dude, that's not a fucking lightning bug. Lightning bugs don't
right,
follow patterns
yeah,
or like do the same thing over and over again. Like what the
yeah,
fuck is that? So like I was just like, dude, and like, and I was looking at this thing, I'm like, dude, like, and then I'm looking around, I'm like, dude, there's got to be someone else out here that is witnessing this. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what, like, did something land that I cannot see, like, in this dimension? And it's like there, and it's like, that's like, I don't know, dude. I was just like, all these things were like going through my mind. I'm like, dude, this is, but these are the types of things that for me confirms that I'm
yeah,
not crazy. Because
yeah,
I know I'm not hallucinating. I'm not
right,
on any sort of, you know, like I've had plenty of experience with that as well. So I
right,
can tell the difference. Like I know the
yeah,
difference. So I know I'm not fucking crazy. But
yeah,
yeah, you know, like if I were to tell other people that, they'd be like, you're fucking crazy.
yeah. Like that one time that light, there was just a light. It was like a white light, and it was literally, you could see it. It wasn't like out, it wasn't like in the sky, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just in the air, basically. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, so, it looked so close, but it wasn't. But
So
me
sick,
and
dude.
Dan
I
kept
love
going into the apartment. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I got to go with my camera. Hold on. And I went back in, and I came back out, and I was like, where'd it go? And he's like, it's gone. And I'm like, what do you mean it's gone? He's like, yeah, it just disappeared. I'm like, what? I was like, you don't find that odd?
yeah,
That something was
right?
just there,
Yes.
and then it just disappeared.
I get so like excited like when I talk about stuff like that, because it's just so like, you know, like
Yeah.
crazy, like the times that we're living in, that we're actually being able to even experience this is pretty fucking awesome. I'm like
Yeah,
very
and
excited.
I mean, that just goes to show you that, so that like it's not humanity that's not ready, it's the government that's not ready for society
For
to evolve.
society,
You know what
yes,
I'm
to
saying?
find,
And
to
that's my
gain
point
that
about
awareness.
all these little things that are keeping us divided and keeping us
Yep.
focused on things that should
Their
not even
last,
be an issue one way or the other. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's their last attempts at gaining control or regaining
Yeah.
control and regaining manipulation tactics or whatever. But like, yeah, bro, it's already too late. It's already done. There's too much awareness at this point. I feel like it's already, people are not, are have woken up to like their divinity at this point, enough, at least enough to make real significant change. Like, I think that it's finally shifted and like starting to head in a different, I think it's going to take, you know, it will take much longer than we're even probably alive to see like that significant change, or like this. We are in the midst of those times that when, you know, like way down the line, you know, people are, you know, children's children will be talking about like the shit, you know, the shit that we fucking did for them. That, you know, that have had that.
Yeah,
that
we'll
changed,
be the ancestors that we talk about now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna be that for. That's so cool, dude. That's crazy. That's fucking insane.
Oh yeah, so you know, there's a guy on YouTube that like has people send him in stuff that they see. It's called like sky phenomena, he calls it.
Yeah.
His name is Mr. MBB333. But he went the same time that he was talking about the lights in Cincinnati, he said that there was some in Florida too. I don't know where at in Florida, but there was some in Florida. When you were talking, it reminded me. I was like, yeah. So
well, I mean, yeah, I'm right in Central Florida, and I feel like I have witnessed in my, like, I honestly feel like there's like a base like in my backyard. Like, that's what I feel like. This, I've created this whole fucking like backstory, like backdrop story.
well,
what these aliens are doing in my backyard.
Like they come to where their people are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
they're exactly, they're star family, and I think that like I think that there was enough people for me. It was kind of hard to tell, because I feel like when all these things were starting to become very visible, like to, you know, a lot more people than in the past, I feel like a lot of people were scared to express these things that they were seeing or experiencing or whatever, because of fear of being judged or thought of as crazy. And I get that, but I feel like I had enough confirmation for me to fully confirm that it was not just me experiencing these things, that everyone around me was experiencing the same exact phenomena and like the same exact fucking craziness, that I felt like I was on a fucking game show like the whole fucking time. Like, it was just fucking crazy things that I was just like, dude, what the fuck? Like this like breakdown. It was like a major breakdown of life as I knew it, or as what I thought I knew of. It was just like so fucking cool, man. Like, I love it. Oh, I love it so much. It's just like this whole past few years I've just been like, what the fuck is going on?
That's exactly. Sometimes it's just like, I don't know, it's just it's unbelievable in the sense that it's just like, I don't know, like I use all these words like, oh, it's crazy, but it's not crazy. I mean, it is. It's just, I don't even have words for it. You know what I mean? It's just like amazing. It's like
I know it is. It's just no words can really describe it, because it's just, there's like an essence to it, or a feeling of just like, wow, like this
it's
is
like,
that
how the fuck is this
part.
happening?
This is that part where it just fucking changes. Like, you know, the things that were holding us back before just no longer hold us back. Like literally just like a switch. Like, okay, like the things that we thought were, you know, limiting us, it's all in our head. Like, we really just fucking created all, like, you know, it's just like, okay, like now we know, like now we could just fucking do things differently. Like, it's gonna take a little bit, but it's just cool. It's just cool to know like that shift has already changed, or has already been made for most people. And it's just a matter of everyone catching up, you know, to that same level. And eventually I feel like everyone will. Like, it's just natural way of life. For shit to unfold. But so I'm gonna do like a little reading right now.
Okay. Oh, I do like. I have these cards. And I don't know why. I just feel like you would resonate with them. I literally have never used them. I bought them along like 2 years ago, I think. And they're called the Uncommon Tarot.
Ooh, I
But
already like it.
yes.
Yo, those are
So
dope.
I want to send these to you.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes, Robyn. Yes.
They're literally
I feel like
see how new
those
they
are the
are. Like I've
best
never used
decks.
them.
The decks that are gifted to you are literally the best ones, I feel, because it has like that special to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll
And they
send
got like
you
a nice
mine.
box with it. And I don't know. It's not normally a deck that I would pick out too, so it's weird. I mean, I guess I know now why I got it a long time ago, even though I didn't know you then. But
that's so sick.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
crazy.
And that it's funny because I actually like just by looking at those that deck like I already know that I'm gonna love it.
It's just like I looked at them the other day, and I was like, oh my God, I see Natalie in these cards.
Yay! All right, so I'm just going to, I don't know, I'll just pull some cards and I guess, talk shit a little bit and see what comes up. If there's anything that comes up. I'm looking at the camera. I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, it's a sticker. What the fuck? I was like, what is that?
Man, I try to be one of those girls that doesn't wear makeup, and I just can't do it.
I'm not wearing makeup today, and I'm not looking too hot, but whatever. I didn't.
You look fine.
I wasn't going to. I've been trying to be more doing that, not because it's always nice, like when you do put on makeup. It makes a bigger statement, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, people just get used to just seeing me with no makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Then like when I do wear makeup, they're gonna be like, "Oh, damn, girl,
why you all dressed up?" Like I stopped shaving a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even have to wear deodorant anymore since it's
really?
weird. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't.
Well, it's the natural. That's our body's natural defense mechanism. That's why we grow hair there, right?
Like I don't have to wear no deodorant. I mean, if I don't wash, I will smell, obviously. But
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't like worn deodorant in like 2 or 3 years now.
So like just the cards that like just came up right now, I feel like maybe collectively we're all kind of feeling or experiencing some sort of pushback, like kind of like we were going forward on some sort of path or divine path or whatever in our life, and we kind of all have experienced some sort of like maybe setbacks or things that have kind of we're in the position of reassessing the same situation that we've already begun. And I feel like that for the most part, especially with this new moon, I think that's coming up, there's going to be a lot of real significant and definite change in the ways we start going about things coming like forward. I feel like now we finally we dealt with all those subconscious fears and those things that were popping up from like the Scorpio the Scorpio solar eclipse, and then we able to integrate and ground down and kind of bring our needs or wants or desires into the 3D. And now we're starting to take the steps necessary to move forward in that new way or that new path that we're trying to lead currently. Like now it's like we're getting comfortable. We're getting comfortable in this new way of living, this new way of perceiving things, this new way of like talking to ourselves, talking to, you know, like we're learning new methods of dealing with situations that have held us back or have kept us constricted in the past. And it's there's like this sense of like freedom, or like a breath of fresh air that I feel, which is like really good. Like it's just very expansive, like very expansive and very fresh, like just fresh energy I feel is going to be probably coming, like very, very, if not already happening, it's going to be coming soon. And I think that we, for the most part, we have all like kind of expressed all the things that we've been holding back, or we have felt held back from expressing, when it comes to certain things or certain situations in our lives. I think it's different for everyone. I think for some people it's going to be in regards to relationships. For some people it would be in regards to career or friendships or whatever. But however that relates in people's, I think it just is going to vary from person to person. But for the most part, I just feel like a lot of fresh, new energy and a lot of reassessing with like looking in the mirror, like reflecting, revisiting, like the same energies that you would think of in like a retrograde type, like kind of where like, oh, okay, like now, okay, so we started this new way of living, we started this new path, we're doing things differently than we once did, because our old ways of doing things no longer serve us. So we're doing things in a different way, and now we're finally getting comfortable in that new way. Like now we're making it like a habit. Like now we're really really like solidifying those changes that we've been trying to make for this whole time. And then wow, with the fucking world card. That's interesting. A lot of like crystalline, like because there's like this like big crystal ball in the back there. I don't know if you see that, but I just am like feeling like a lot of crystalline energy, like pristine energy, like very high vibrational energy that I'm feeling right now, making us feel very like at ease, very satisfied with the transformation thus far that we've made within ourselves and within our personal lives.
Light code.
And we're starting to see like the if not the fruits of our labor, we're starting to see the vision clearly. Like we're starting to see, okay, like I know where I'm trying to go. Now I know what I've been doing thus far to get to where I'm going. I know where I'm trying to go. And now it's like we are able to clearly make or create the steps needed, or the guidelines, or the step-by-step list of what needs to be done in order to get to that place. So that's fucking awesome. This actually really makes me feel very excited, because this is the first time that I feel like the energies just seem to finally just be good. The possibilities are endless. It really is just up to us, like what we do with the energy, and like it's like a blank canvas to like just do whatever, like just create whatever the fuck we want to create and not be scared of it. Like it's like literally being given to us. It's like a gift that's being given to us, like an opportunity to really fully solidify and integrate all the lessons that we've all been learning, because we've all been learning lessons in our own lives, like in one way or another, major life-changing lessons that are gonna like lead to significant and real change within our personal lives and within our place in other people's lives. So with our place in other people's lives as well. Like it's both ways. Like we're feeling solid and empowered within our own right, but in the way that we meet the world as well. Like where there's like this beautiful, like just harmony, like this beautiful harmonious, like things are just coming together now. Like there's like a clear path to be walked down. That's awesome, dude. That's fucking awesome. That really got me excited. I'm like, woo!
Yeah.
No
The
more
reading that I
fucking.
did yesterday, I got a message of like conscious connections, like aligning with people and like meeting people that are more aligned with our like spiritual core values.
Our vision,
But also like and also like we're creating new, but it's from a foundation that was already there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like we're building from, like you were saying, like from what we have been doing so far, even the stuff that didn't work or the stuff that, you know, was not, you know, that we thought was like wrong or whatever. We're still building from that. You know what I mean?
we're like polishing. Like we
Yeah.
created a new foundation, and now it's almost like we're retracing our steps and polishing what we've already done, like what we've already created. It's like we put the new building blocks to create a brand new, more solid, more sturdy foundation, or a more, you know, that is going to be long lasting, that is going to be an opportunity to build upon. And I think that I think like that's what we've been these past 2 to 3 years. I think we've all been on that, like things falling out of our lives that no longer serve us, or, you know, things falling away that are just not meant, that are no longer aligned with us, that are no longer meant to be in our lives for one reason or another. Naturally, it's like we don't have to do anything in the it's just we just have to show up and work with the energies as they are shown to us. And like through this process, it's like we without even realizing it, we've come to a point where we've already cleared out old baggage. We put new fucking, like, you know, the new foundation, like and now we're like kind of like just revisiting and like kind of like cleaning things up, like just polishing things up so that we can continue to build upon. So like I think that's like it in the metaphor of like living life. Like that's where the stage that we're at, where we've created a brand new foundation within our lives in one area or another that is now able to be built upon in a proper way that is going to be long lasting, that's not going to fall apart or be fucking unstable, or like, you know, there's not going to be any cracks in the building. It's like now we have that. And if we continue to do the work in the way that we've been doing the work and showing up in the way we've been showing up in our lives, then we have so much opportunity to create big change, like big change that will change the course of, you know, generations to come, if we wanted to. Of course, I think that not everyone's going to be willing to put that work in, or be willing to even want to do that. You know, not everyone's going to be at that stage, and that's okay. But for the people that are willing to do that, or are at a stage that are able to do that, then it's like the perfect prime time to do that, to really make those like fucking decisions to fucking do something fucking different, and like really make that change. Which that's super
that's right.
cool.
That's where I feel like the conscious connection comes in. You know what I'm saying? It's just like aligning with people that are also there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They're also on that path. They're also ready. They're also willing. They're also able.
open, just are open to,
Yeah.
you know, like learning with you, to like go down that, like, I think that another message that keeps seeming to pop up, but not even just like in readings, just like in general, like that keeps getting brought up, and it's been a pretty consistent theme in my life, is just having faith, like that faith in something bigger than ourselves, that everything is for greater purpose. Everything that we've been through, everything we've done, everything we've had to fucking experience, all that shit, it's all for a divine purpose and a bigger purpose, something that is, you know, that is gonna make fucking major change. Like that's, and I think that is because I heard that where I've been doing this yoga nidra series at Third Eye Yoga, which
I
is
love
it's
yoga nidra.
it's so good. I know, I fucking love
Yeah.
it. I've been doing it every night. It's like, dude, that I recommend that to anybody and everybody. Like literally, that's the best thing that you can do to keep yourself fucking balanced and centered and fucking, like, it's the best. But I went to the yoga nidra series. We do it every Sunday. And my guru, my guru Jai, she's like talking about having faith without like having any expectation or any putting any weights on the outcomes of any situation, just knowing without a shadow of a doubt that things are going to be okay. Like just that alone can get you through any experience. I feel
it's like trust,
just
like trusting.
yeah,
trusting,
just putting your shit aside.
process.
Just putting your shit aside and just being like, okay, I know that from past experiences, no matter what I've experienced, I always get through it, and everything always ends up, I'm always in that same position where like, oh, now I understand why I had to go through that.
Right.
Like, you know what? That actually made me a bit better person. Like, I get it. I fucking get it. Like, and it's annoying. It's fucking like fuck. Why do I gotta do all this shit? But I have never gone through a grueling experience where I've been like, damn, I don't fucking see any point in me having to have gone through that. Like, you know, like there's nothing that I've not experienced that has not benefited me in just my expansion and that, in like learning something new to learn.
Yeah.
So
Hang
look at his
on,
eyes.
1 second. I know that cat is so cute. That's what Chiron used to do to me when he was little. He still does it, but he's so
His
big
eyes
now.
are
But
glowing.
I know. I feel I mean, I gotta grab more coffee real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sorry. Hold it here. And oh my gosh, I just realized, like, right before you came on, I was just shuffling cards, and then the strength card came out.
Interesting.
So, yeah, so that literally is like, I was like, I forgot what I even said now, but that literally goes very well with that reading you just did.
That's interesting, because the strength card came out for me too. That was like one of the. It's funny.
But it's like we have had strength, and we have to continue to have strength.
Yes.
Because this shit's not easy, but that's okay. You know what I mean?
It's all like, yeah.
It's okay when it doesn't feel okay. You're allowed to like not like the situation you're in. You're allowed to like feel like shit sometimes and say this fucking sucks and I'm angry or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. But just knowing that it's temporary and that like you're gonna get through it, and like it's like it really doesn't matter what is presented to you, what situation is presented to you. Like, you can literally get through anything. Like, it's just a matter of just continuing to fucking allow yourself to express whatever it is that you're feeling at that time. Like, whatever fucking comes up, just fucking get it out. Like,
Yeah.
that's how
Yeah, and
you clear energy.
I was telling my daughter that too. Like, I was just trying to explain to her, I was like, everything happens for a reason. It's hard to, comprehend when you're only 22 and you're going through a bunch of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
when I was 22, I did not feel that way. Definitely.
Yeah. Hold on, Robyn. I gotta go to the potty really quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
I feel like I'm gonna pull cards now too. I kind of want to use this other deck. This deck. The Labyrinth Tarot. I'll wait till she comes back, but these cards are really neat. It's the back of them, and then the front of them, but they're some of them are, it's like a pip deck, it's called, where it doesn't have like pictures per se on a lot of the regular suit cards. Just the court cards and stuff have pictures. Uh-oh, she left. Well, okay, guess I'm gonna pull. Guess I'll not wait till she comes back. Guess I'll do this now. So I'm going to pull a message for the collective to see what else we can add to that message, or even a completely separate message that needs to come forth. What do we need to know at this time? It's like something has forced us in a position to change our perspective, or is asking us to change our perspective. Natalie disappeared. Her phone always does this. So there's something that we've been building, been trying to build, and this kind of does go along with the message that Natalie just shared. It's like something has forced us to shift our perspective based on something that we desire, that we've been working really hard for. Like, what about the shift in perspective? This deck is weird. Shift in perspective about about our core beliefs, about things, ideas that were given to us that we may not have chosen for ourselves, like by society, your parents, the school system, what have you, that have caused like these, it's caused subconscious programming, it's caused our programming, but we are like, our perspective is shifting because we want to build something solid for ourselves, not based on somebody else's ideology or somebody else's beliefs. Natalie, I see you back.
Yeah, my bad.
I was like, she always does this.
Right
And I
on
was like,
schedule.
right.
See,
I was
I
like, well, I
do
feel
follow. There is chaos. There is a method to my chaos.
I was like, I feel like I want to pull cards too, and I was like, well, I'll wait till she gets back, and then I was like, well, never mind, she's gone. I guess I'll just do that now.
All right, cool. Pull some cards.
Yeah, it's basically, the message that I just got was basically just, it's like something, I asked if it needed to be added to the message that was already shared or something completely separate, and I kind of feel like it goes with what was already shared. It's like something has asked us to shift our perspective based on something that we've been carrying for a long time. Like, it's like we want to build something new based on our own values, our own beliefs, our own desires and wants and needs. It's like we have like subconscious programming that was like handed to us. It's like these ideas and beliefs and things that were handed to us by like society or school or parents or whatever. But it's like we want to build something new for ourselves based on our own experience, our own belief, our own ideas. You know what I mean?
That's actually awesome that you said that, because it kind of like it kind of further emphasizes like we're completely tearing down old structures, like old structures and old ideas of how things are supposed to be, and we're completely recreating it from the ground up, like as to how we want things to be within our own lives, within our own, and it's just like so refreshing. I feel like it's like such a refreshing energy. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and it really literally is like we were talking about earlier, just like a shift in perspective, like, you know what I'm saying, like just being, like you said, open and just being willing to see other things and other looking elsewhere, not just what's right in front of us or what was handed to
or
us
what we feel like we
upon
align
us.
with. To be open to other perspectives, because that's where real opportunity to change, really, that's like when you really have an opportunity to see both sides of the spectrum, and then from that, with having knowledge of both outcomes to a certain situation, then you can have the proper knowledge to build or to base your reaction, accordingly, like however it is that you want to show up in this life, however you want to show up as an individual, like you can make that decision with a full spectrum of understanding about a particular situation. And there's just so many there's so many facets to it. It's like a never ending game of learning and uncovering and
it's like you never if you're open, you really never stop learning or growing or shifting, you know what I mean? And then it's funny, in this deck, like this is a Labyrinth tarot, which I really like it, but I just don't like how some cards are like these. The regular cards are not, they're like a pip deck or whatever, they don't have pictures on them, but I still like the regular. And it's so funny because this is the Queen of Pentacles in this deck, and I always say like the Queen of Pentacles, to me that is not necessarily a good card because of the way she's like idolizing the pentacle to me, you know what I'm saying? To me it looks like she's like it's like she's basing her value on that. So in this card, it literally looks like she based all this value on the stuff that is literally weighing you down, and now you got to carry it around. You know what I'm saying? And
it's like she judges like the pentacle, like
she's
looking.
It's like she's placing her value on that thing.
That's an interesting perspective on that. I mean, like, because I've had that like feeling, because the same cards will look completely different to me, like depending on the other cards surrounding it or what the situation or questions being asked, but yeah, like the Queen of Pentacles pretty consistently, I always feel like there's an underlying like putting too much weight on 3D, you know, like those 3D things, or those putting too much weight on the external things and not putting enough weight on the internal and like the deeper, you know, the deeper aspect.
Yeah, like the Queen of Cups, to me, that's more like she's looking at the cup the same way, really, but it's the cup represents your own emotion and your own internal self. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're looking to yourself at that point. You're not looking at some physical thing that makes you makes, you know what I'm saying, idolizing. It just was like idolizing to me.
Yes, no, 100%. That's exactly the perfect fucking description.
Yeah, I've never heard nobody say that before, but to me, I was like, well, that's the way I see it. I always have. I don't know. I mean, and like you said, it can look a little different based on, you know, the situation or the other cards, but in general, that's mainly. And then I seen this the Queen of Pentacles come out in this deck, and I'm like, see, that's exactly what I mean.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's
like
the perfect representation. Like all your stuff is weighing you down, kind of like
it's like you put so much pressure and so much weight on this stuff, and now you gotta like, it's dragging you down.
And it doesn't fulfill you in any way. It's just adding more weight to your fucking already heavy fucking pile that you have to carry.
Right.
You know? Like it's just adding more weight, unnecessary weight. That's like the perfect card that represented how I felt leaving New Jersey. Like just like it was so freeing when I like moved back down to Florida. I was just like fuck all my stuff. Like, you know, like that was what was holding me back for a good amount of time. I was like, no, but you know, how am I gonna get all my stuff down to Florida? You know, like that's a big move. Like, no, fuck that. Just fuck all this stuff. Just start, you know, like things come and go. Things come and go. It's just, there's no point in putting any weight on that. Like that's like that's not what, for me, that's not what's important. Like
I like to have stuff. I like nice things. I like to have. I
like nice things too. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I like to be comfortable, but that's not my main objective in life. Is not to obtain stuff.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
which I'd probably make more money if it was, but still. Like I wish I liked money more. I'd probably obtain it.
You're Korean fucking MS.
And that's how I felt though when I left Detroit. When I moved here, I just they took me back there to get like my clothes, some clothes, you know what I'm saying, and that's all I moved here with, out of a whole house that it was a land contract, so you basically own the house, you know what I'm saying, but you don't really. But it was I had furniture, I had everything for a house, everything, and I just grabbed like 2 garbage bags full of clothes and moved here. And that was like one of the best decisions I ever made, obviously. And then when I left Dan, I knew that I was going to lose a lot of shit too, and I was just like, fuck it though. Like, what are my options here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just saw that Lewin wrote.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say that. You were talking, so
Oh yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. But for some reason, I can't, like, I don't know why it doesn't show me, like, when people pop up in the chat or whatever.
I don't see it either. I only see if they comment. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's just like my...
it might be a setting or something. I have no idea.
We're so not tech savvy.
No. That's why I wish I knew how to work the like StreamYard or something, because that it like shows everything, but I don't know how to work that shit.
I mean, what is it? What is it?
StreamYard. It's called StreamYard.
We should look into that. Or I mean,
yeah. Because it would be it's set up better to do like like lives like this. That's what it's for, you know what I mean? So, and you can stream to multiple platforms at the same time. Like I could, because we can stream to fucking YouTube now. You only gotta have 30 subs to stream live to YouTube now. They changed their shit, so that's really fucking cool. And we need to start going live there too.
Yeah, yo, actually, we should do that. We should probably do that next, like or maybe like plan like a YouTube live or something because I think that would be beneficial.
I mean, I could stream it. I mean, I could do it with I could turn it on my laptop and have it recording
as we're doing it.
Yeah, but I don't know how that would work with recording.
Yeah.
That's why we need StreamYard. We need to figure out how to work that.
All right. So that will be like our homework like this week.
Yeah. And tomorrow's supposed to be our regular podcast day. Tomorrow's Tuesday, but
are you doing anything? What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Probably going to Dan's parents, I would imagine.
Yeah. Oh, I think
cool. His mom asked me if I wanted to go, so which I didn't go last year, but I guess just because I live here, it's like she's just being nice, you know what I mean? So.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's nice. I mean, she at least, that's cool. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I think I'm going to my dad.
And then I'm supposed to go to after that, like this weekend, I'm going. My friend Tina, the one that yelled at me about not being vaccinated, which she doesn't say shit about it now because she knows.
Because she knows.
Yeah, and I want to like rub it in her face so bad. I want to be like, see, but I don't. I just.
Yeah, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth the fucking.
But she's so she watches the news and she's very, you know what I'm saying, like.
It's like you understand why she is that way, or why she would have that.
It's like I completely views.
And that's a perfect example, like where you can be. Like you can disagree with someone, but still, like it doesn't have to be. There doesn't have to be animosity or because people don't fucking believe the shit that you believe.
And like the truth always comes out eventually anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So what people couldn't make sense of and what people believed 2 years ago when the pandemic started, like. They don't believe now because it's different, you know what I'm saying? The truth came out, so
exactly, and that will happen no matter what. With any fucking situation, doesn't really fucking matter. Eventually, the truth always comes out. That's just it's gonna happen. So when people just stop fucking putting, stop worrying about what other people fucking.
It's like the Queen of Pentacles. That's literally like Queen of Pentacles energy. What we were talking about. It's like putting all your value on the things that outside of yourself. That you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like making that your truth instead of what you feel or believe inside.
Look, I just heated up.
What is it?
It's like chicken and rice. My stepmom made it for me. I just like heated it up, and then I forgot that I put the fucking. Thank God I smelled it because I was like, did I put the oven on? Like, fucking shit. It's so dangerous.
Dude, I bought like last month I bought a freaking steak, a big ass like 12-ounce steak, and I was like, I'm gonna cook it really slow on the stove, so I had it low. And I had it in a pan with it covered, and I fell asleep. For like hours, So when I woke up, like it burned because it was in a pan for so long, but it didn't like. Luckily, it was on low. I was like, damn it, I wanted that steak
to catch on fire. Earlier today,
it was on so low.
Dude, I swear, you would think I would learn my lesson by now, bro. But I mean, after 2 fucking instances. Of my foot. You would think that I would not be so fucking reckless when it comes to fire, but I mean, whatever.
We don't even have a damn
I blame it on all the fire in my chart. I'm like, it's me.
I have Mars in Sagittarius, so I love fire.
Me too. Mars is Sag. I have Leo. I have all fire and air. So it's just like the fire. And like
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
like
so
a
literal and
wildfire.
figurative at the same time.
Yeah, it's like a fire that gets out of control, basically.
Yeah, which is exactly what happened twice. No, just kidding. It's not my fault. It was out of control. Fucking crazy.
Mine,
Well,
I
the
don't
first
know,
time was
I don't
actually a
know what's
balloon.
dominant.
It wasn't even a fire the first time. The second time was a fire. That shit was like a grease fire. It was so scary.
Yeah, that is scary because it's hard to put out too.
Well, and I didn't even, like, I was so struck with fear because I had my kids with me. So I was like, just like I just looked at the flames. I was just like, once I saw it catching on to the cabinets, I was like, I shut down. I just didn't even think.
Yeah.
I have a fucking fire extinguisher literally right there, and I froze. Yeah, I froze. Like, and I would think that I'd be like, you know, like a fight or flight. Like, I would want to think I fought, but
yeah. Well, I mean, it's fight or freeze. You know what I'm saying? Freeze is in there too. You either fight, you flight, or you freeze.
Yeah, I fucking froze, dude. I was like, what the? I was just so scary. I was just like, oh my God, I don't know what the fuck to do. And I was like, no, this is not happening again.
Yeah.
Don't tell me this is happening again.
What did you put it out eventually? Like, what happened? Or just the sprinklers came out and put it out?
Sprinklers put it out. The sprinklers put it out, but I mean, that's what I guess was like the most. I was like just so frustrating because the first time it wasn't even a fire. It was just a balloon that got caught in the fan and like hit something that it was just ridiculous. It hit something that was hanging off the roof, and like it hit the fucking sprinkler, and that was in the living room. The second time was a grease fire. I was cooking cutlets, and my son started flipping out, like just freaking the fuck out as I have the fucking pan on the stove. It fucking was, you know, the oil was cooking. Max starts freaking out. Sadie's in the living room. It all happened all at once. Like, I was just like, Max, I go to get Max. Sadie's like, Mommy. She like points to the fucking thing, and it's just like flames brewing. I was like, fuck. And I just froze. I was like, like, once I saw it hit the cabinet, I was like, oh, well, there you go. That shit went off. And then once like the sprinklers went off the second time, I was just like, I could not believe that shit was happening again. Like, the whole building saw this happen to me twice. Not once, twice. They all got fucking woken up. Everyone had to come out of the building and watch me walk the walk of shame twice. Can you imagine that though? Like seeing like the fucking your retard neighbor fucking like.
Yeah, no,
like,
I mean, that happened to me though. As I said, like I have that kind of
like
it was
luck
just too.
Yeah, it was just so like that shit. You cannot make that shit up. I'm like, how?
And it's something so like, you know, in hindsight is simple to deal with, but
to have relieved, I could have easily just. I mean, there's just so many things that I could have done.
Over it. You could have done many things.
No, instead I poured a fucking cup of water that made it bigger.
You did?
Like, oh.
Did you really pour water on it?
Yes, Robyn! I freaked out. I was like, fuck! I freaked out. I didn't know. I was dumbfounded. I just couldn't believe. I was just in so much shock that it was happening again. Like, I was just in so much.
Well, normally water, that's like an instinct. Water is supposed to put out fire, but it doesn't with grease. You know what I'm saying? But an instinct is just with like water.
Grease, yeah.
Like, I get it. Yeah, but That's like
Yeah,
the one
no.
thing you shouldn't have done is what you did.
In hindsight, yeah, I realized.
I didn't know that part.
I do hope that if I'm ever put in that situation again, that I would react a little bit differently.
Yeah.
I think I would react completely differently now. Like, I would know instantly, like,
Yeah.
that would be my reaction, would be to get the fucking extinguisher and not fucking
Yeah, or even like smother it if you put a towel or a blanket or anything.
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
cover
that's
it,
what
you know what I'm saying?
like, get a top of a fucking pan, just like, that's what you need to, yeah, you need to like kind of entrap
Yeah,
it
like
in
a towel wouldn't catch on fire, it would smother it. I mean, hopefully, unless depending on how big it is. Don't take my word for that. It would depend on how big the fire is, but like over the stove, if you threw a towel on it, it would.
That
put
shit
it
was
out if it
crazy,
small
though.
enough, but yeah, I can't believe you put water on it. That's so funny.
I know. Well, yeah, I know. I thought about it.
But
Like,
it's an
oh
instinct because that's normally like
well,
obviously water
couldn't
puts
even,
out fire, you know?
I couldn't even think. Like, I was really like shocked.
Yeah.
Like,
it was just
I
an
was
instinct.
shook.
It's a natural reaction.
I was terrified. And it doesn't help when you have like two kids like screaming, freaking the fuck out, like depending on you, and like all this, like, oh my god, it was just so scary. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And then like a month later, they sent out letters to all the fucking people in this complex that we had to get insurance. I was like,
in case anything ever were to happen.
Again, not mentioning any names, Natalie. You already fucked that place up. You got 5 cats in there after fucking destroying it. Like, yeah, I'm definitely not getting my fucking down payment. There's no way. I would be shook if I get my down payment.
Well, that's what deposits are for.
So fucked up. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be in the negative, I think, when I move out. You're like, I'll pay you back. Go on a payment plan.
Like, not only are you not getting your deposit, you owe us $1,500.
Yeah. Why? Because you suck. You suck. You suck as a fucking, like, why did we let you move in here? You didn't even, I still haven't even gotten the insurance yet. I'm like, I'm getting there. One thing at a time, guys. One thing. You're putting a lot of pressure on me right now to do the right thing, and I just can't. Okay, so stop. Eventually, I will get there. I'm just now recreating this foundation. Okay, so guys, give me a break.
Kyron, what are you doing? Hey.
What's Kyron doing?
He tries to get in the drain, like in the sink. He'd like
to lick the water.
Yeah, but he always wants to go in the side that we have a strainer in, one of those metal dish strainers, you know what I'm saying? We don't have a dishwasher here, so there's a strainer in one side, and he always tries to like lift it up. I'm like, just go in the other drain. There's 2 drains, buddy. Just pull the other side.
Wait. I like want to go outside and die.
You gotta smoke out. You smoke outside.
Every time it's on 7, like it's because it says it's 7% right now, but every time it's like 10% and under, it just dies. Like, it doesn't even fucking forewarn me anymore. Like, it just fucking dies.
Well, yeah, it's probably Tell
I
you
got
the new
time.
phone.
Well, what? No, Robyn, come on. I'm like ahead of the times, bro. I got iPhone 6. I'm good. I got plenty of. How are they on the fucking iPhone 14? It's not my fault that they get new iPhones every fucking month.
They do. Yeah.
It's really annoying. Like, it's really fucking annoying. I like, it's almost like a statement that I'm making. I'm like,
Right.
not getting a fucking new one. Fucking assholes. Like, why?
I know. I really do want an iPhone, but I don't like how they operate.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I was against iPhones for a while too. Like, I had an Android. I was an Android person for a while, but I do. There's some, there's the positives and the negatives for both of them. I
mean,
do.
iPhone. I just don't know how to work them, like the system. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so used to.
Because you don't
Yeah.
get used to the not having buttons and shit.
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
Weird transition.
But I do want one because they're very good for a lot of things that I use phones for. Like recording and shit would be a lot better if I had a better phone.
Yeah.
They just do more things in that sense. For what I use the phone for mostly, you know what I'm saying? Like all social media shit and making videos.
Yeah.
And
exactly. Yeah, it is. Yeah, they're pretty useful when it comes to that. Right.
then, fuck, I was gonna say something. I forgot. Dan got annoyed with me laughing. Well, with us laughing, he went in the bedroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got up and he said, I feel bad, but I told him, I don't know why, like all this time you didn't come out here, and then as soon as I say I'm gonna go live, you want to come out here. It makes no sense. Like, I feel bad.
Yeah, I know. It's not, I mean, I know I'm fucking loud, so I don't blame him.
Yeah. I'm normally quiet unless I, like, talk to you or something, then I'm really loud.
It's like,
yeah, there's some cackling hens. Basic bitch shit, you know.
You know. You know. I think I'm gonna step outside and smoky dokey, but I'm just scared if it dies, you know why.
You need a portable charger.
Well, I'll bring my charger, see if there's like a, I don't think
That's
there's
what
an
I have, a portable
outlet.
charger for if I, like, am not by my plug. I don't know, but I freak out when my phone dies. Like, I can't live without my phone.
Yeah. I do have one. It just, I don't have a charger for the portable charger.
Oh, like a cord?
Yeah, so like the portable charger is just dead. I have one.
Basically a paperweight.
All right. Let's see. Let's go check out our alien friends out back.
I know, I wish, like, I live on the second floor right now, so it's not, like, would have to go down all these stairs to go outside. I like going outside and smoking and just being outside, but I never go outside because I'm on the second fucking floor.
Yeah, wait, so, like, hold on. I don't know if you see.
Here, you want your blanket? Here. Here, Bob.
Okay.
Working?
I'm trying to get okay, like you see the light?
I do.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's see if I can get closer.
I could see that it doesn't look normal.
And they're just in the middle of the fucking what's behind me is just trees. It's just trees. There's no fucking like, and look, these lights just pop up out of nowhere. Like, you see that?
I could see that it doesn't look normal.
That's
it
not
doesn't
a fucking
look like
lamp
a regular.
post, bro.
No, and I could see it. I could see
no,
it
and
like
when
morphing.
you look when you wait, hold on. Can you?
I could see it.
You
like
see it
red and
moving,
blue,
right?
too.
If I can't like because it's not letting me like zoom in, but like you can kind of see it like popping open. Like, it's just it's not a fucking.
I could see it
And you see
morphing,
the
and
other.
I could see it. I could see it has like a red and a blue tint to it.
And there's a bunch of them. This is all, dude. It's literally just trees in my backyard. It's like this. You can't even, dude. It's fucking crazy. Like,
That's the ones that I see that look like that, and they always have like a red and blue tint. That's how I know.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they change colors or something.
Yeah, and if you stare at them for a minute, like, they start morphing.
Yeah, you could see it shifting.
You can see, yeah, like, it's not a fucking, it's not like any light that I've fucking.
No, it's not a star. It's not a light. It's not a freaking.
It's almost like, you know what it reminds me of? Because it always seems to align with certain stars in the sky, which I find to be interesting. These are those observations that I was telling you about that I've noticed, like, over time. Like, they always seem to align with certain stars in the sky. Like, so it's almost like it's like a reflection of, like, or that's the only, I don't know. But look, dude, they're just so fucking random, man. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to these lights. They're not, I don't know if you can, oh wait, hold on, because you kind of like gotta walk a little bit to like see them sometimes. You see one just popping up randomly? But it's just fucking weird. There's not fucking lampposts. I don't care what anyone tells me. They're not. And they're always in different spots. They're never, that's how I know they're not lampposts, because they're in different locations in the trees. Like, it wouldn't make sense. Like, if it's something that's timed every night where these lampposts go on, like, they wouldn't be shining in different spots. They wouldn't be different like strengths, because they're stronger ones.
They wouldn't be tinted different colors. They wouldn't be blinking. They wouldn't be shifting. They wouldn't be doing none of that.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, I know. There's more. It's like, see, I like fuck with my own head, because I'm like, dude,
kinds of people recording them. Because I've been seeing them since like 2020, really.
Yeah, and,
yeah. And there's all kinds of people that have they're all over YouTube now. Like, a lot of people are seeing them. And the same exact things. I'm like, see, that I know I'm not imagining it. If other people are seeing them.
Yeah, and people are having the same experiences with them as I am. So that's how I know I'm not crazy, because I'll look at them and I'll see the same exact thing that other people are seeing. Right. They just try to logic their way out of what it is that they are seeing, because it's too scary to think of.
Or, it's serious, or it's this, or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever the fuck. But yeah, like, these are in completely different spots than they were yesterday. And there's like a whole different one that's lit up that's not even, and then there's one that has two lights, like one right next to the other. It's fucking insane.
Especially in like Florida, because that's right, obviously, by the ocean. There's actually a lot of activity in Florida. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there always tends to be like like with everything. I feel like there's always just weird shit going on. fucking Florida. I mean, there's weird people, weird shit. It just goes hand in hand.
Yeah, DeSantis is running for president.
Who?
He's the freaking governor of Florida.
Oh god.
You said who? You don't even know who the fucking governor is?
What? Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do, Robyn. What do you mean? Dude, when I was living in Jersey, there was like I worked at this restaurant. It was this like fine dining seafood restaurant called Cousins, and a lot of the the governor of New Jersey and like all those political parties would go there and have their little tables every fucking weekend or every Thursday night, fucking get order bottles and be fucking douchebags, like straight douchebags.
Yeah.
And, and fucking just like I just be slimy fucking politicians that were just like, oh, I can't believe these people get away with this shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
what?
And really, you have to be a dirtbag to be in politics. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like, you
have
can't
to,
be,
yeah.
you cannot
You
be
got to be a little
a good
slimy,
person.
like. Well,
you
you
to
just
be
have to
like,
be willing to play dirty, because that's what
yeah,
politics are. It is a
yeah,
method of playing dirty with other people, putting other people
yeah.
under the bus, and like throwing people, fucking yeah. That shit's. I could
I know, that's
never
why,
be
like,
a
when
politician.
Trump was president, everybody's like, oh, he's a crook. I'm like, and I
He's
mean,
like every
like,
fucking politician that there has.
right,
He's just open about it. He's not like. At least he's
right,
authentic about it. Like at least
right,
he's
yeah,
straight up. Like
yeah,
fuck. I
yeah.
appreciate
So
that
it's
more
gonna,
than
it's
anything.
gonna be like him, like Trump and DeSantis are gonna be going up against each other to see who gets in the primary, but I think DeSantis is gonna outrun him just because people are tired of Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't know how to keep cool. He does not have a level head, and plus DeSantis puts a lot of policies, and that's what politics is.
Yeah.
Creating policies. Trump talked a lot of shit, but didn't really do much. He had a lot of good ideas, but nothing got done.
He had a lot of good ideas. He just didn't. I think he let all of the extra
Yeah.
shit get to him.
Well, I mean, he was under a lot of attack too, so he was
A lot
basically
of
just
pressure
defending
and a lot.
himself the
Yeah.
whole time.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he just fucking, goes through some major meltdown and fucking, I don't know.
Well, he did a speech, and he was very cool, calm, and collected, and didn't attack nobody, didn't say no crazy shit, and everybody was like, "This is not the Trump we know." It's like, yeah, he's playing the game.
Yeah,
He
like
knows what
he
he's
learned.
doing.
He learned.
Right.
You guys have taught him well.
Right.
He knows what to say and what not to say now. He's like, I don't know. I appreciate the brutal honesty that he had, but I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
not everything he stood for I maybe necessarily agreed with, but
Yeah.
I did appreciate the brutal honesty, because I feel like
Yeah.
that's more beneficial than really
Yeah.
anything in
He did
politics.
say a lot of very like hurtful things to certain like groups of people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not. I don't think he was racist for wanting to build a wall. I think that he wanted to help keep this country safe because it's horrible. It's in a horrible state, but
Yeah.
because of the open borders, like, I believe in an open border. I believe in other people coming to America to live their dream, but not. There has to be some kind of order to it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you can't just let the cartel and sex trafficking and all that other shit into the country willy nilly. You know what I mean? Drugs. Uh-oh. Did your phone die? Phone died. Her phone died. Yep. Okay. Well, she'll be back. I don't know what to do in the meantime. You'd think I'd plan for this because this happens every time we're on live stream. I guess I could shuffle more cards and wait. While we are waiting, Spirit, what is the message that we need to hear right now? Wheel of Fortune, I feel like there's a lot of change, a lot of drastic change that is happening, obviously. I feel like a lot of people have been waiting for their time, and their time has come. It's like your time is now. Ace of Cups. It's like there is some kind of, it's like the universe has handed you, okay. It's like I feel like you've been in a process, whoever you are, whoever this message is for, I feel like there's been a process of learning. You've gone through a lot of turmoil, a lot of trials, a lot of tribulation. And it's like you felt like you've been going around and around and around and around, and nothing has been working in your favor, but you've been in a process of learning. It's like the universe wanted to teach you self-love, how to align more with your own values, your own morals, kind of like the message that came through earlier. Align with your own morals, your own values. There's Natalie. Your own self-worth. But technical issues. Okay. And it's like, but now you're passionate. You're extremely passionate. You know what you want. So you're extremely passionate about this this change, this new, what is the word I'm looking for? Venture? I don't know exactly what that means, but that's what I heard. This new path. Okay. She's back again. Adding.
There you go.
I was like, oh, her phone died. I was like, I don't know. I was like, you'd think I'd planned for this because it happens all the time. And I was like, well, I'll just pull more cards.
My good old Robyn. Got it under control.
Instead of just having like an awkward silence, like.
Just pull some cards. It's funny as hell.
And really, that's so funny because like the same message keeps coming out as like what we've been talking about, because even the next card would have been the world.
Wow, with the world. Wow, that's like the same fucking cards, literally. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's the wheel of fortune, the Ace of Cups, the world.
Yeah, and I got the Eight of Cups too. One of my last pulls. It's literally
like the same. It's like a continuing message.
Like really making it clear that it's like, you know.
Yeah, it's like your like I said, like it's like people have been, it's like you felt like you've been going around and not really getting anywhere, and you felt like you just been like spinning your wheels, but it's like the universe was like teaching you like your own values, aligning with your own morals, your own ethics, your own sense of self.
Yes, that align with your internal values and morals and the things that you align. Yeah. That's like the perfect way. Just different ways of saying like the same thing, basically. Like different. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's funny. Oh, it's so funny because when I was doing that party, I don't know if I mentioned it, but this guy, this guy came and I mean, he just had like a player vibe to him, you know what I'm saying? Just like one of those like cool dudes that like slouch and you know what I'm saying? Like just
Yeah.
and of course he was buzzed. It was a bar, but and I forgot what cards it was, but it was like the Two of Pentacles and something else, and I was like, what I'm getting is really like, I was like, no offense, but player energy. I feel like you're juggling too many people.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, he's like, I ain't got nobody. No. For first he was just and then I was like, well, and then I kept pulling stuff, and then it just kept
Like
saying
confirming
stuff that he
Yeah.
kept denying, and I'm like, I don't know. You're the only one that says that it just didn't resonate, so I don't know. I mean, that's weird.
Yeah, no, I know. And then later on, they always fucking are like, then they like, you know, their tune changes.
Yeah.
They basically confirm that it's all
Yeah.
fucking right.
Yeah, and everything that he was saying was confirming what the cards were saying, just in a different way. I'm just like, yeah, that's what I just said, dude.
Like literally.
Of course, I
Like,
didn't
yeah,
say
you
that
know,
because I'm thinking in my head.
no, I don't got nobody. I mean, I got these 2 bitches, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I
I
ain't
wish
got
I could
nobody.
remember the other card, but it was the Two of Pentacles and something else, and I probably like the Seven of Swords or something. I don't know what it was, but just when I saw it, I was just like, you need to like chill.
You need to stop juggling the women. Stop with the player attitude.
Yeah, I was like, it's bringing, it's bringing you more like chaos. It's bringing you drama that you can avoid.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
Like
well, I do have a business decision I need to make. I'm trying to get it. It's a $10,000 contract. And I'm like, oh.
Oh wow.
And he's like, are you single? I'm like, yeah, you're not a player.
Like, no, bitch. I'm good. Play it, please.
Yeah, literally asked me was I single in the middle of the reading after I'm telling him he's a player, and he's trying to deny it. And I'm like, is he just gonna walk? And like,
yeah, that's why he was trying to deny it, because he's trying to hit on you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Fucking bullshit.
It's funny, yeah.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, I'm psychic, right? You realize I'm psychic, right, sir?
There's literally no point in you fucking acting like. Dude, I hate that shit. I'm like, dude, come on, man. like I try to tiptoe around it so you don't feel so bad about fucking, like, so I'm not calling you out too bad, but I'm calling you out because I know.
Right.
Just fucking admit it. God, that literally happens.
Like, you know that I know, so I don't get it. Why we're what are we doing?
why the game? Oh my God, that happens so many times in relationships where I'm just like, and then like they try to make you feel like you're like the crazy one, like you're like it's all in your head. I'm like, and then later on it always like clockwork. You're like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Should have listened to my fucking damn self.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Truth always comes out.
Literally, no matter how hard you try. The harder you try, the bigger it comes out, I think. Like, the more you try to deny the truth, the louder it becomes. Until you just have no other choice.
Yeah, and I feel like me and you and other people, like we're like we seem like we're like I don't know, like I don't know the word I'm looking for, but like it's like we're meant to like show the normality of humanness, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yes. we're psychic and all that stuff, but we're meant to like show that it's okay to like be a human. You know what I'm saying?
Like, at the same time, yes, like you can have these abilities and these strength, or these, you know, because everyone has them. It's just a matter if you are able to tap into them. Everyone has them. Like, everyone's fucking psychic if they really, you know, believe that they were. But it's just, we are our own biggest enemies, or our own worst enemies, and we fucking, like, don't trust our intuition. But everyone, I feel, is like a little bit, has certain degrees of psychic awareness. It's just whether or not
everyone has the what is the word I'm looking for? The potential to be psychic, but not everybody will awaken to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and some people are too scared to even be dude, you know, like, not, it really just depends on if you're, you know, there's a like anything, there's like there's different layers to it, and like you know, like, your energy, you have to be open, willing to learn, but trust, like, you, the trusting in your abilities and trusting in your intuition, I think, are like the most important aspects when it comes to stuff like that, because everyone will try to deny their own truth, you know, like, you have to be able to see through people's bullshit to know that even though they're telling me that this is not true, I know that my intuition is right. I know that I can feel it, and I know that what they're saying to me is just a, you know, a projection, or them trying to, you know, that where they don't want to look at it themselves. It took me a while to, like, really like get over that, because I always, like, I knew I've always had like that intuitive capability, and I always felt like things much stronger than a lot of people, and like, I always felt like I knew things, but I always doubted myself, because I just was like, because all the people in my life that would deny things, so that I would call them out on, without even realizing. I would call everyone out on all their shit without even realizing it. And then after the fact, I'm like, oh, that's what I was doing.
Well, I mean, that's why I was on psych meds since I was a kid, really, you know what I'm saying? Since I was a teenager, I was on psych meds. I think that's why I started drinking so young, why I started, like, self-harming so young, because I always felt like I was fucking crazy and out of place, and fucking, and like, I always felt, you know, like, just crazy, basically. I literally believed that I was crazy my whole life. Really.
Or that, or I mean, I would go through, like, bouts of just, like, you know, like, I have to be crazy. Like, I mean, like, what the, like, I mean, people look at me like as though I'm crazy when I say these things. Like, I just learned not to fucking say these things around certain people. That's like, I would be like, okay, well, I feel these things, and, you know, I know that I'm probably right about it, but I'm not gonna point it out, because every time I point it out, people fucking make me feel like I'm fucking insane. So there's no point.
Or like you're always wrong when you're not.
And literally, like clockwork, it always comes out. The truth always comes out, and you're like, fuck, I was right all along. Always. Well, Robyn, I think I am going to get off right now, because I do have to, I'm taking Mr. Max to school. Sadie's off this week, but I do have to wake up to get Max over there. So, do you still want to plan for maybe Tuesday? I don't know if that might be, is it tomorrow? If I'm down. Tomorrow. Yeah, I'm down. I mean, well, if you want, I'll wait. I'll see how you feel in the morning. I'll message you during the day and see if you're still down.
Well, yeah, I will. Tuesday for sure. I always want to at least do it on, regardless if we do it every day of the week. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Tuesday. Let's try to always plan for Tuesday if we can. You know what I mean? Just to have some sense of some kind of consistent normalcy. Yeah. Some type of consistency.
Okay, cool. I will be down. I will be down tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Yeah. But I mean, I'm sure I'll talk to you a million times before that.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah. All right, chickadee. I
All
love
right.
you. Have a good
I
night.
love you. All right. You too, babe.
All right.
All
Message me.
right.
Message me
Okay.
tomorrow or message me tonight.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.